I'm going to show you three things in Tableau Prep: how to rename, how to filter, and how to group. And before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because I release new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So let's jump over to Tableau Prep and let's get started. All right, the first thing we're going to do is to take our data into Tableau Prep. And if it's your very first time in Tableau Prep, it's exactly the same as Tableau Desktop if you've used it. And if you've never used it, it's basically taking your data set, which you can get from the description in this video. So just go down, there'll be a link for you to get it, and just drag and drop straight into Tableau Prep. And from there, Tableau Prep is going to read all the labels, and then we're going to do our first what's called a step. Every step is an analysis which can include a number of things. Majority wise, it's going to be cleaning. So when you go over here, you're going to see this little plus button. Just be sure to hit that, and it will create a step, as you can see there. And then from there, the way we read this is there's three main sections. The top one is the flow. That is where the history of your data set is, of every step that you're doing. The second part is sort of like if you've used Excel, it's like the filters where you can see all the unique combinations of everything in that column of data. So for example, if I'm looking at ship mode, right, there's only 4 different types of data in there. So when I come into here, which is the table view, I know that there's only 4 types. And then what this view tells me is what is the distribution for those 4 types. So for example, just from a visual standpoint, I know standard class contains the most amount of data because it has the biggest bar. Following that is the second class, first class, and then same day. So we're going to start with the first part, which is how do you rename entries in Tableau Prep. So let's go into ship mode. Let's say we don't actually call this standard class. Let's say we actually call this normal. In Excel, you would have to do a replace function or a find and replace. In Tableau Prep, all we do is we right click, edit value, and we just call this normal class. And that will replace every single one in that field of data. And the next one we're going to do is, let's say I'm going to filter something. Let's say for a particular analysis I'm doing, every time I get it, I always get rid of first class because that's not part of our analysis. So the way I do that is I can right click here and go exclude. And what that will do is it will just remove that from my data set. It won't delete it from the raw data, just from my filtering sequence. So we can do that. And you can see that is now gone. It's no longer in our data set moving forward. Now you can also do the reverse, which is instead of excluding, we can keep only. So I'm going to hit undo up here. All right. And you'll see that will come back now. And instead of keeping first class, we can actually exclude the other 3. So I can hold control and click all the ones I want to exclude, right click, exclude. Right? And then we're left with first class. So if I scroll down here at the bottom, all you're going to see is first class, right? As you can see. All right, so we're going to hit undo. Or actually, maybe we'll do a different one. Let's say I want to do now our last thing for this group is I want to group things together, which means I could have 3 different entries, let's say here for subcategory, but I really want to call them one thing. So I can replace all of them in one go. And the way I can do that is I can click, let's say, multiple ones. Let's say this, 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 this. I'm just picking them randomly. And I can right click, group. And what that will do is it'll compress it and then I can rename it and let's call this group 1, right? And then we can do that a number of times and create all sorts of different groups. All right, let's say that one, right click, group. All right, let's call this group 2. And then for the last one, do that again, group. And this will be our group 3. All right, there we go. So then now when I look in the data set for subcategory, that's all I will see, group 1, 2, and 3. And if you want to see how it went going forwards and backwards, if you click on this button here on the left, this little kind of triangle thing, it will expand this changes pane and it actually records every step you've done. So you actually, if you want to go backwards in time of every step you've done, if I click on the previous one, watch what happens to subcategory. All right, if we go all the way to the right, Where's subcategory? Sub. Oh no, I lost it. Where is it? There it is. There it is. You can see it's actually gone back to what we did before. So this part here is actually a timeline, right? Going this way. And you can go backwards and forwards in your analysis to see, well, how did that happen? Or maybe I can change that around or get rid of it. And you can actually get rid of each of those steps. If you said, well, no, those were mistakes, let's not clean it that way. You can go into here, press this little X, right? And it gets rid of all the things that you've just done. Right? And that's pretty much it. That's how you do those three things. Now, if you enjoyed this video, of course, smash that like button, but also hit that subscribe button because I do publish videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.